Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about Thursday Night Football. Man, what a hell of a Thursday Night Football game we got here, ladies and gentlemen. The Detroit Lions beating the Green Bay Packers 34-31 here, and I'm here to give my thoughts on the game. A really good Thursday game. We've had some solid Thursday games, like the Ravens, Bengals, this one. It's pretty good Thursday games. A hell of a win for the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates with the game-winning field goal. They went for it on 4th and inches. That was a risky call. Jared Goff even slipped, but he was able to hand it off to David Montgomery. They get the first down, kick the field goal, they win the game. But the Packers battled, man. They battled tonight on the road in Detroit, but they came up short. They went for it on 4th and inches there. I don't know if it was the dumbest thing. Like, you can say, oh, it was the dumbest thing, but it's 4th and inches. I mean, yeah, you can just kick the field goal there. I mean, it was a gutsy call, but that was a hell of a game between these two teams. Dan Campbell is who he is, and he ain't changed for nobody. They're a gutsy, bold, and aggressive team. They battled. I mean, the Lions were 4 for 5 on 4th down. They scored 2 touchdowns. The last one was successful, and they won without giving Green Bay a chance. Would you can say, oh, that kind of decision can cost them in the playoffs, but they won't do that in the playoffs unless they have to. But Dan Campbell is who he is. He'll be aggressive. I don't know why people are surprised the Lions went for it there. They go for a lot of 4th downs. I don't know why people are surprised. But the Lions are a good, ballsy football team. The Packers played a good game. Injuries on both teams. But it was a great game by both teams. It was a good game. Unfortunately, it kind of went how I thought it would. Maybe they'll face off in the playoffs. Their corners are not good enough to beat the Lions or Eagles without Jair Alexander. They really need him back. In that secondary. I want to see these two teams face off again, though, in the postseason. So that'd be another hell of a game. But Jared Goff tonight, we'll talk about the records here just to get that out of the way. 12 Lions improved to 12-1. The Packers dropped to 9-4. For Jared Goff, he was 32 of 41, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. The pass defense for the Packers was really what cost them defensively. Outside that interception, they just really didn't play well. And the pass defense running wasn't that bad. I mean, they held the running backs to 3.6 per carry and 2.9 per carry. So I thought they did a good job on Montgomery and Gibbs. Montgomery, 51 yards on 14 carries, 3.6 a carry, 1 touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 carries, 43 yards, 2.9 per carry. I just thought it was Jared Goff making some big plays to get this win. Jameson Williams, 5 catches, 80 yards, average 16 per catch. So a good game from Jameson Williams, but that 4th down was wild going for it. I mean, they were going to get the first down easily. But he trusted his offense to get that first down, and I guess they just didn't want to give the Packers the ball back. I mean, they just could kick the field goal before that. But it's who he is, and that's what he calls. I mean, I was going to be like, oh my, when Jared Goff slipped, I was like, oh my lord. I wasn't sure if they were going to get it. Tim Patrick, 6 catches, 43 yards, 2 touchdowns for Tim Patrick. Sam Laporta, 5 catches, 54 yards for Laporta. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 5 catches, 43 yards. Really didn't do much tonight besides, I mean, he got that 1 catch. I mean, that push-off, it did, I mean, guess did miss an offensive pass interference there, but the refs were okay. But he did get a catch to get 43 yards, but he really didn't do much tonight. Jaden Reed on the other side didn't do much either. But 5 catches, 43 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 6 catches, 30 yards and a touchdown. Montgomery, 5 catches, 33 yards. Zadarius Smith got a sack tonight. He's been really doing really good for them. He's in a few games. He's got 3-4 sacks in those games. And Jake Bates with 2 field goals, including the one to win it. I'm just going to get through the rest of the stat sheet here. Jordan Love, 12 of 20, 206 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. So 3 straight games without an interception for Jordan Love. Thought he played a solid game tonight. Only 20 passing attempts. Josh Jacobs had 3 touchdowns, 18 runs, 66 yards, 3.7 a carry with 3 touchdowns. He's over now 1,000 yards this season, I believe, with 11 touchdowns and 7 TDs in his last 3 games. And he forced 7 missed tackles tonight and created 38 yards and a touchdown after missed tackles. Like his first 7 games, 136 touches and 2 TDs, 127 touches last 6 and 10 TDs. So Josh Jacobs has been great. Jordan Love also had 23 yards rushing. Emmanuel Wilson, 1 run, 7 yards, and Chris Brooks, 1 run, 3 yards. Christian Watson had 4 catches, 114 yards. That offensive pass interference call hurt for them. Tucker Kraft, 3 catches, 41 yards, and a touchdown. Dontavian Wicks, 4 catches, 49 yards for Dontavian Wicks. Thought he had a good game. If his hands were consistent, he'd be a good receiver in this league. Sims, 1 catch, 2 yards, and Jaden Reed, 0 catches for 0 yards? Am I reading the stat sheet correctly? Where the hell was Jaden Reed tonight? He has had 26 receiving yards or fewer in 4 straight games. They need to get him the football more. Like, he has done nothing. Like, from an offensive standpoint, I don't know how he doesn't touch the ball. Like, you've got to get him the football. And his 17-game pace in 2024, hold on here, he's going to have less targets, less receptions, more yards, 8 touchdowns. They need to get him the ball. It's just simple as that. Like, the usage of him is frustrating. But defensively, I guess the only positive, Keyshawn Nixon had an interception. Was the only positive defensively. Sean Gary had a sack. Each team only allowed 1 sack. McManus made a field goal. Each team only allowed 1 sack tonight, so both offensive lines were good. Both teams had the same amount of penalties. 7 for 59 for Packers and 56 for Detroit. Each team had 1 turnover, 1 interception for Detroit, 1 fumble for Green Bay. But I guess the difference, more plays is a difference. 76 to 45 Detroit, 7 of 15 on 3rd downs, while the Packers were 1 for 5. 4 for 5 on 3rd downs was a on 4th downs was a difference as well. 27 first downs to 17 first downs, 391 total yards to 298. But they also controlled the clock, 36 minutes to 23 minutes. This was just a back and forth game. Detroit starts off 10-0. Green Bay gets a touchdown, then Detroit gets a touchdown to Jared Goff rushing touchdown. So 4 total touchdowns on the night for Jared Goff. 3 total. David Montgomery got 1. Goff with 3 touchdowns. This was a hell of a game. Then it was 17-7 at halftime. Packers score 14 in the 3rd quarter, and it's 24-21 after 3 quarters. Green Bay makes it 28-24. Lions make it 31-28, but then the Packers get a field goal to tie, and then the Lions get a field goal to win it. This was just a hell of a game, back and forth, back and forth. The Packers defense just struggled tonight. They just couldn't get a stop when they needed it. But hopefully we get this matchup in the playoffs. And the Lions clinched a playoff spot as well. 12-1. And on this win, they just found a way. They were resilient and found a way to win. It's just kind of crazy. They went for it on 4th down 5 times. And they converted 4. So yeah, good win for the Lions, 34-31. Nothing to be ashamed about if you're the Packers. You competed. Had a chance to win this game. Just fell short. Happens. But yeah. That's really all I gotta say. Peace.